Honk.
Hey, that honk gets us started like always. What's going everyone? Okay, hey, what's going everyone on? What's going everyone on? Tuesday Arv clown thing. Let's try that again. What's going on, everyone? Arvanauts, welcome to a Tuesday stream. It is March 18th, 2025 in the year of our Lord, etc., etc. It is good to see you all. I am very excited today as we get back into our Gamebook illustrations with Fighting Fantasy Gamebook number 30. I think this is 32, he said in some doubt. I think it's 32. It's either 32 or 33. Hold on, we'll check. Give me a second. I can't read it because it's blocked over by a sticker. I'll have to find it. But I believe it's 32, and it is Stealer of Souls. It's a more traditional one, which is nice because we've had all the other ones here. We just finished Skylord, and then we've got that. Then we move on to Daggers of Darkness, Armies of Death, Portal of Evil, and Vault of the Vampire. This is what we got. There's never anything like Bunnies and Rainbows or the Trip to the Cupcake Factory. Like there's never, it's always something a little bit Stealer of Souls. I was walking my son to school today and I was talking about different bands because we passed a concert sign advertisement for this Friday. And I was like joking with him about different things and he was starting to crack up because I was like, you need band names that sound cool, right? Even if they are based on something. Gummy Bears, opening for Cupcake. It's time for chocolate cream pie. Oreo, ice cream. And he was like, can you do another candy? I'm like, Jolly Rancher. And he thought that was really funny. Anyway, so Stealer of Souls is the one that we're doing today. But it's good to see everyone. I hope everyone is well. And I'm looking forward to today as this is illustrated live by our incredibly talented friend TariToons. Before we get there, though, a couple of quick reminders about ways to support the channel. If you have not done so, please follow the channel. Please check out our YouTube with !ArvTube. If you're watching over there, welcome. Please do follow over there. Again, we are at a new record of subscribers. Every new one is a new record. We're almost to 1,100 subscribers. Please get us all the way there. Please follow and subscribe. Let people know it is free for you to do that, but it really helps us out. And you can do that with !ArvTube. Discord, !ArvCord. You can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Twitter, !ArvTweets. Blue Sky, !ArvSky. Website, arvanelleron.com. Financially, ! Oh, also, I should mention, don't forget to check out Hearthglow. A week from this Friday will be the last recorded session of Hearthglow, which is my limited run podcast that I do with Carlos Hernandez, C.S.E. Cooney, Adam Petrosino, and Zach Clay, set in my Forbidden Library universe. And then next month, Friday, April 11th, from 4 to 8 p.m. Eastern at Sacred Heart University in the Shine Auditorium will be a live Dungeons & Dragons event, which will be officially wrapping up Hearthglow, which is going to be very cool. I'm excited for it, and I hope you folks will be able to come if you're in the southwestern Connecticut area. I will have more details about tickets for that soon, but the parking lot is right next to the auditorium, and it's a nice campus. It's great. I'm very excited for it. It's going to be awesome. So yeah, you can check out the previous Hearthglow shows on the website arvanelleron.com. Financially, ! Arvtreon is the Patreon, trying to get that number over back into triple digits again, so please do support us there. You can get really awesome stuff for yourself and awesome stuff for the channel, so please consider supporting us there. If you can, that's ! Arvtreon. Subbing to the channel is always appreciated. You get those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. And don't forget as well about the shop, ! Arv Shop, where you can get merchandise for various campaigns on this channel and support the channel at the same time. If you have not already done so, please consider as well checking out on our publishing side, ! Icarus, that's my graphic novel from Athos Arts, ! Library, that's my Tales and Tomes, the Forbidden Library, my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment, and ! Greyshade, which is my Greyshade IP. Excuse me. Goodness, easy for me to say. Greyshade, Renegade, and Heretic, the Grey Assassin Trilogy. are available right there. At that link, you can also get the audiobook of Gray Shade from our very own Trent Sparks. And you can also pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Gray Shade coming out from Alligator Alley Entertainment, designed by our good friend Brandon O'Brien. Very excited for that. The official release date of that is Gen Con, which is August. I'm very excited for Gen Con, and I'm very excited for the symposium, and I'm excited for that, for the release of the new Gray Shade TTRPG. So definitely make sure to make plans to be there. That will be awesome. And then on the, so blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's exclamation point Gray Shade. And as always, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Exclamation point Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And exclamation point Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage, and send the message we will do so for others in that situation in the future. Quick note on schedule, we have got this game coming up right now at 4 p.m. Eastern. I will be over on GOG.com for my third straight week of Pen and Pixels with Neverwinter Nights, Doom of Icewind Dale. We're making actually excellent progress through that. Tomorrow night, we have got the amazing community D&D crew of the Shadow Crew playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist. So we've got that going on. And then on Thursday, we get back into Expeditions Rome, which is going to be the next game that we're going to be doing. Video game, we're going to be doing that for our video game until we finish it, at which point we will move into the Dragonlance Silverbox games, retro Silverbox games. Very excited for that too. We'll be playing those, and once those are finished, we will probably be moving into, I haven't totally decided yet, but there is a good chance we may do the game Avowed, which I've been thinking about. That may be happening, and that would probably hit in the fall, which is good because that means not everyone and their brother will still be playing it, and maybe people will want to check it out when there's one person playing it as opposed to a million. So, but that will be in the fall. But I'm very excited for the next set of games that we've got going on, and honestly, everything. April's going to be great. May, of course, is ARFCon, so we are now only about a little over 2 months. I guess basically 2 months and a week or so from our 11th ARFCon. So that's going to be great. The game that we're going to be doing in the fall probably is going to be Avowed Echo, which is the game from Obsidian that's set in their Pillars of Eternity universe. It's out now, but I'm not playing it now because I'm playing other games and because I don't want to compete with a million other streamers who are also doing the same thing. So I'm going to be doing that in the fall. So that is the plan, unless something else awesome comes out, in which case, like if all of a sudden they're like, hey, guess what? Metroid Prime 4. Then I'd be like, hey, guess what? I'm playing that because Metroid Prime 4. But otherwise, yes. So that's what we got going on. I am very excited for all of it. I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to turn on that and say hi to all of you. Today, I am wearing my What Doesn't Kill You Gives You XP. I think that is objectively the case. And I am joined, as usual, by my extraordinarily nervous and anxious cat. This is the orange nervous and anxious cat known as Sherbert. You can tell that Sherbert is very worried about what we're going to do against this Stealer of Souls. Despite, his worry and frustration, just be aware that he is actually a calm cat. I know that he looks freaked out, but he actually is calm. Cat tax has been paid. That's the key. That's the key, to pay the cat tax. So, feeling good. Got a lot of work that I've got to do with story grading and stuff like that, but there's some good things going on at the university. I've been doing a lot of revision on a manuscript for reasons I can't talk about, but I'm feeling, potentially good about that. There's other writing news in the works that's good. So a lot of good things, although it'll be better when some of these planes safely touch down. At the moment, there's a lot of stuff that's still up in the air, but it's all moving in the right direction. So that's awesome. But it's good to see you all. And I'm going to unmute myself now so we get a chance to meet my partner in crime on this right now as we head over to reveal to you the Stealer of Souls overlay, and Tari working on something that she has no experience with, and that is some work in heraldry. I mean, that's I know that Tari is fairly new to that, like Tari isn't doing anything connected with it at all. But anyway, but no, TariToons is with us. Hi, Tari. Hello,
Hello.
welcome. So
Hi.
how are you? It is indeed Fifi. You are right, Echo. That is absolutely the case. Yes, and as you can see, Tari is working on this. I want to point out, by the way, chat, that this is deeply historical. This
Yes,
actually dates
very.
back several centuries, I think. Right? I mean, to somewhere in the Rhineland, I'm guessing, is where this dates back
Mm.
to, is
Yes, definitely.
clearly. How are
Clearly.
you, Tari? How's everything with you?
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm doing good. Just warming up here a little bit. Yeah, just ready for some more book drawing stuff.
Book drawing stuff.
I don't actually know which book we are doing, so
I will show you right now in the stream. It is Stealer of Souls. It is book 32, and you can see. I was saying when we were starting up that why is it never like a visit to the Cupcake Factory or something? Like it's always like Doom of Death, Death of Island, Island of Despair. Like why is there never any like a visit to the bunnies of the Warren that are friendly? It's the prequel to Gray Shade. Yeah, you know what? I could see that. Listen, someday, I have talked before with Tari about things that we're not going to discuss now, but I have talked with Tari before about the possibility of illustration work that may correspond with work of my own. And because I get the impression, chat, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that Tari's kind of decent at this sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like Tari's not bad. Like reasonable. You know what I mean? Like kind of okay at this stuff. Anyone who's seen Monty Python knows you don't want to visit the bunnies. That's fair. They call me Tim. The less scary third cousin is a footwear thief known as the Stealer of Souls. Well done. Well done, Prince Justin. I approve wholeheartedly, and I award you multiple. What was the Stan Lee thing? The old Stan Lee comic thing was I award you no prizes, which I never understood as a kid. I thought that actually was a prize, and then I was like, oh no, they mean you don't. It's no, you don't get a prize. That's what I get. That is called illustrating my book. Listen, Imaginary, why would you look? You just jumped to conclusions that because I mentioned art assigned to my work, that somehow means illustrating my work. I mean, why would you conclude that that's the case? Maybe I'm just going to have a book, and in the middle of it, Tari will just randomly put her art that has nothing to do with my book. Maybe, how do you know? Like maybe that's totally reasonable, and maybe
yeah.
that's how that works. I think that's good practice for both of us. Anyway, but yeah, so Stealer of Souls. So chat, what we're going to do is, as Tari finishes up her warm-up, I'm going to talk to you about the setup for this. Now, I'm going to read you the setup, and then we have to come up with our character. This is a very traditional book, so basically just skill, stamina, luck, and all that sort of stuff. But I'm going to read you the back cover so that you get a sense of the vibe for this book, okay? So first of all, let me show you again. There is the cover. Stealer of Souls, very, very dramatic. I'm sure that skeleton is very friendly. And we have the guy holding a fireball. I'm sure that's fine. Okay. So here we go. I'm known to jump to conclusions. I don't think I jumped way off about this one. I don't know what you mean, Imaginary. Okay. So here it is. It says this, and I have to start with an echo. Sheer terror awaits you on the Isle of Despair. Okay. The name Mordreneth strikes fear into the hearts of all who dwell in Titan. Now he has found a way to unleash a magical army of fear upon the land. The wizard Alsander has been kidnapped, and you must rescue him from the Isle of Despair. But will you also enter the Empire of Illusion, confront Mordreneth, and save Titan? Question mark. So that's what it is. So we are dealing with an Isle of Despair. We have to defeat Mordreneth, and we need to rescue a wizard. So clearly it's near future cyberpunk. No, I'm just kidding. Exactly, Darksteel. Despair. All right. So with that in mind, chat, what we're going to do first is we need names. Now remember, this name can be male, female, non-binary. It can be non-gender specific. Give me, please, one name per person, a nomination for a name for our character. What will they be? What will their name be? What is the name of our character? Give me some nominations for the character's name. Oh, I didn't see the Skeletor emoji. That's even better, Darksteel. Despair. I don't think it's an assassin. No, I don't think it's an assassin. I think it is just a hero. It's just a hero, but not an assassin. Yep, not an assassin. So, I love Skeletor. My favorite meme of Skeletor is Skeletor running out of the corridor, running away. It's very funny. When I was a kid, for my Intellivision, I had the He-Man game, the Masters of the Universe Intellivision. I still have.
Jesus.
I have an Intellivision 2 sitting right here. Did you know, Tari, that I am a world record holder? I am the number 3 world record holder in speedrunning Treasure of Tarman for Intellivision. This is 100% true.
What a huge feather in your cap.
Listen, some people have the skill for speedrunning, and some person who actually owns the speedrun record apparently came across one of my streams and registered me. And so, yeah, I am literally number 3 in the world for the Treasure of Tarman.
Outstanding.
Yep. Okay, so we've got Darksteel, Clotilda. Do we have a last name for Clotilda? Iolus. Ooh, that's a good one. Do I have a last name for that? So I have Clotilda. I have Iolus. Grendelthorpe. Grendelthorpe. Okay. Interesting. For an assassin, I'd suggest Creed. This is not an assassin, though, but I like that. I see what you're doing. Although Creed is also a boxer.
God damn it.
So.
I misclicked the thing. Okay, never mind. It didn't do anything. I thought I accidentally paused chat for everybody, but no. Okay,
it worked out.
It's still going.
I'm out of my league.
I was
imaginary.
meant to click pop out chat.
And you almost clicked stop chat?
Yeah.
No. Clotilde Caravaggio. Wow. Okay.
That's so with the old German first name and the Italian last name.
And the Italian last name. Iolus Katsaros. Ooh, that's good too. Katsaros. Okay. I've got Clotilde Caravaggio, Iolus Katsaros. I have Grendelthorpe, which is clearly a one-name star. Needs no last name. You should call the last name Beowulf. Grendelthorpe Beowulf. Winsrind. I wonder where you got that from.
Winsrind. Outstanding.
Yep, I like that. Winsrind. Let's see.
Oh
Winsrind.
man, that makes me sad now because last week was Terry Pratchett's 10-year.
Yeah, the anniversary of his passing.
Yeah.
God, 10 years ago. That's
right.
Man.
Insane.
Jeez. Unreal. Yep. Wonderful author. Still underrated. Everyone thinks of him as a humorist. He's not. I shouldn't say that.
Well, he is also hilarious.
He's extremely funny, and it's not easy to be funny, but he's very subtle, and I think a very poignant, powerful writer.
Yes.
I still would argue one of the most moving books I've ever read is Reaper Man, still, even if the humor is there too.
Wait, what happens in Reaper Man again? Which one is that? Is that the one with Bill Dorr? Or is that the other one?
No, and basically Reaper Man goes on vacation. And then he as he does so, he gets to know people that in the world, and then comes to conclusions about, he almost contemplates his own mortality, which is weird. It's super great. I just, oh man, so good. Terry Pratchett was really wonderful. Of all people to have early onset, that was one of the cruelest things, of all people, to get that, given his intelligence and his wit. Fifi Futara.
No, I'm vetoing that one. We are not using Futara, and I'm not gonna explain why we are not using that last name because that's gonna get this channel banned.
Really? Okay, I don't even know the
Yes,
reference. So
very not safe for work.
What are you trying to do to me, Echo? You trying to get me banned? I wouldn't have known that without my dear friend Tari saving us from depredation. Oh, it was
also, Bill Dorr was Reaper Man.
It was
so
Reaper
I did read
Man?
that one. Yeah.
Because I read it 15 years ago. I forgot that. Man. I've also read a decent number of Pratchett by now, so I sometimes combine them together. And my daughter loves Pratchett, so Hatful of Sky. You ever read
Hatful of Sky is so wonderful.
You ever read Maurice and is Amazing?
I have not.
That's very dark. it's a lot darker than you might imagine. It's great too, but very secretive Nimmy, but darker.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's very dark.
Yeah. Yeah, not with the obviously not set in a scientific environment for this, but still. Okay, so all right, so we've got Clotilda Caravaggio, Iolus, Katseros, Grendelthorpe, and Winsrind. All right, I'm just about ready to go here. What should we name? Fifi Focrain. Is that one okay? Fochrain?
Focrain?
Yes. Fochrain. Is that
Yeah, that doesn't sound like something that's
something bad?
inappropriate.
Wait, imaginary saying echo, come on. He's saying think Focrain. Oh, okay, okay. It's a reference to 4chan? What? No. Echo, what are you doing? No. Thank
not
you, imaginary.
4chan.
Come on, man. 4chan.
Uh,
Echo's like, damn it. All right, Echo. You do one more like that, and you're going to be not permitted to come up with names on this one, all right? That's 2 strikes. I thought you were going to do like a Alpha Echo or something, like do it in reverse. Do what would that be? Apla Oka, you know? No.
Oka.
Like no, the backwards though. Apla Oak. I thought it was going to be that. I appreciate Imaginary sending some support my way, and Tari before that. I appreciate that. Okay, Alpha Allworthy. Okay, that seems fine, unless Alpha is something I should know about. But I'm pretty sure.
Well, like alpha, like the Greek letter, and
Well, but
stuff
that's true.
attached to that.
ALFA in this case, but yeah, amazing. Maurice and his educated rodents. Yeah, but you know what I mean, Triffid. That has some. That's a little darker than I think I was expecting when I was reading it at the time. Yes, Alpha Allworthy. That's a good one. I buy that. Okay, here we go, chat. So votes. We're going to try to narrow this to the top 2, and then the top 2 vote getters will vote between those, and that'll be our winner. So $ vote space 1 if you want it to be Clotilda Caravaggio. $ vote space 2 if you want it to be Iolus Katseros. $ vote space 3 if you'd like it to be Grendelthorpe. $ vote space 4 if you'd like it to be Winsrind. $ vote space 5 if you'd like it to be Alpha Allworthy. That's right. I remember that. Hey, Effect Life. Yeah. Some parts of it were just like very atmospheric. It's great though. I mean, it's Pratchett. Of course it's great. And it really is true about the humor too. Like if I think about like Piers Anthony and the whole like, mything conditions, but all the myth pun, like ugh. Not funny. Comparatively to actual humor from Pratchett. Oh, I got you.
What are you referencing right now?
I was talking about, all it's Piers Anthony stuff, like the mything conditions, there are all these fantasy books that
Piers Anthony is.
Oh, fantasy writer who did a bunch of like kind of pun-based books, I guess. Now, which, for me, obviously I like that, but it's like it's the same sort of joke over and over, and after a while you're like, yeah, that's not super great. Also, people were not funny in the 80s. That's the other reason. I'm just joking.
Well, there were a lot of authors who were involuntarily very funny.
Yes, they weren't intending to be. And yes, I remember that Puppet Echo. No, that's true. But it wasn't one of those like so get bad it's good type things. It was like, hey, and you're like, no, that's actually cringe. It's really not great. Okay, so we have some votes in. We need, however, one vote in one of those other choices, Clotilda, Winsrind, and Alpha, to join Grendelthorpe as the finalist, and then we will vote between those two. So yes, so please vote if you would, so that we can get a vote for one of those. Clotilda Caravaggio. I guess there's still time to get a couple votes for Iolus as well. Grendelthorpe, Winsrind, or Alpha Allworthy. Get your vote in now so that we can name our character and get rolling on this bad boy here. Fifi Grendelthorpe would have worked nicely. I feel like Grendelthorpe is probably a one-name star, though, like I said before. I think probably. I just got the announcement that they're sending the team off to their basketball championship. St. John's, my university, is the number 2 seed in their region of the NCAA tournament, which is their highest seed in a long time. They won the Big East tournament for the first time in 25 years before I even got there. And so now they are heading off. And so I wish St. John's great luck against everybody except the UConn Huskies. It's the Huskies and it's the St. John's, and that's the deal. Let's see.
All of these things definitely mean stuff to me.
Yeah, well, you know.
The Huskies are dogs.
They are. The Huskies won, Echo, the Huskies won their first, I was actually at the game where they won their first tournament game, was a good game. And then they lost to Creighton, which was the number 2 seed in that tournament. Little disappointing. I mean, I think UConn could have beaten them. UConn has had an up and down year, and really, I think they're good enough to win the championship, but it's completely dependent on how one player plays, and that's their leader, Alex Karaban. If he plays well, the UConn can beat anybody. If he's down, they can't, and he's been down like 50% of the year. I mean, they can beat anybody. They can beat a lot of teams without him, but any of the good teams, they need him to play well. So they're an 8th seed. They're going to be playing Oklahoma. And they're in the same region as St. John's, so they could meet up with St. John's, which would be a hell of a fight. But St. John's this year is better. 30-4, 30 wins, 4 losses. Very, very good. It is sports ball, but it's the Huskies. It's totally different. You all are lucky I haven't pulled out the Connecticut UConn Huskies. Da 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 ba ba ba. Going to see the women this weekend. Ba 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 da. As they play it in Campbell Pavilion. Connecticut UConn Huskies. Okay. Right. Last call. Everyone get your votes in. And the St. John's Red Storm is their name, which is represented. Actually, I'm going to give Tari a chance to do this. Tari, without looking it up, I'm going to ask Tari to guess. And I'm asking Tari this because Tari actually has something which might give her a clue right now. What do you think the mascot of the St. John's Red Storm is?
Is it a phoenix?
It is not a phoenix, but it is a red bird whose name is Johnny Thunderbird. So it is a red bird, not a phoenix, though.
Cardinal?
I think that it literally is just called a Thunderbird, like red bird.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's not a cardinal, but it is a red bird. Cardinals are my favorite bird. Phoenix is my favorite mythical bird.
I was about to say.
Yeah. No, Phoenix is definitely my favorite mythical bird, but cardinals are my favorite real bird. So, yeah, Johnny
And
Thunderbird.
there's a physiologist? No. How do you fucking say that word?
Physiological? It sounded good. I mean,
No. Physiologist. Physiologist? The physiologist said.
Oh, yes.
That phoenix smell nice. They smell of cinnamon.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. They smell of cinnamon. Another reason that they're awesome. A red bird could be any bird bathed in the blood of their enemies. Well, it was funny when they changed.
Well, unless their enemy is a horseshoe crab.
Right, that's true. Then it wouldn't be
bluebird.
red. That's right. It'd be totally different. Or if it was a Vulcan, then it would be green blood that they're bathed in. I was going to say that when they came up with the mascot, the name for many years of St. John's was the St. John's Redmen. And they changed it because it was a racial slur and they should change it. So they changed it many years ago. But when they did, there was a whole discussion about, and they came up with like red birds, red thunder, red this, red that. And it ended up being the Red Storm, that's not bad. I mean, like, you want a scary mascot. Like, I wouldn't say Johnny Thunderbird is a very scary mascot, but
wait, so when did they change that?
Oh God, 20 years ago. Probably.
Okay. Because it sounds like something that, I don't know, like in the last century would not have flown.
Well,
because, it kind of sounds a bit commie.
Red Storm.
And
Oh yeah.
we
That's
can't
true.
have any communism in my good Christian America.
Oh
So
God, yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, no, back in the day. Fortunately, that hasn't. Our fearless leaders have not decided to start working on that yet. So that's the deal with that. But yep. So a lot of good mascots in the Big East, though. You have the Huskies. You have the Georgetown Hoyas, which are Bulldogs. You have the Red Storm. You have the Creighton Blue Jays. You have the Providence Friars. That's a little strange. Like the images of like a guy running around in a monk's robe. So I don't know. There is the Butler Bulldogs. So we've got another dog there. And the Xavier Musketeers and the Marquette Golden Eagles. Oh, and the Seton Hall Pirates. There's that too.
well, like the thing is, if you have like a dog theming, I guess that's like wait, what sport was this again?
Basketball.
Basketball. Okay, I guess for American football would be a bit more appropriate because then they can like do the whole like a battle chant that's like just barking or woo or something like that.
Well, you heard my rant, right, about how I complained that my graduate alma mater where I got my PhD is Brandeis University, and their mascot are the judges. And I'm like, because they're named after Louis Brandeis, which was a very good Supreme Court justice. But to me, I'm like, the name is right there. The team name should obviously be Justice. Your name is the Brandeis Justice. Can you imagine, like, someone comes out on the court and you're like, now you will face justice. And someone comes out with a huge gavel and just hammers them. Like, I mean, come on, man, the judges. What does that even mean? And their women's team is called the Lady Judges, which is even dumber. Like, come on.
That's
Justice.
Terrible name.
Isn't it bad?
Yeah.
Do you know what the NYU women's team is? The Lady Violets. I just don't.
Can it be the Lady Violence?
Violence
That
would be better,
funny.
but
not violence, violence.
Violence. Yeah, exactly. It's just, I mean, I guess it's NYU, so they don't really do violence to anybody, but but yeah, like, I mean, come on, Brandeis judges. Anyway, and actually their mascot is an owl, which I kind of get, but again, if you just made it a badass owl with a gavel that just comes out at the beginning and like pounds the court, and then there's this justice will be served.
That would have been cool.
Something.
Like
yeah.
Justitia, the Roman goddess of justice.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Absolutely. And then the mascot, like the owl, they could train a real owl to fly down from the top of the scoreboard. You know what I mean? That'd be great. The Lady Violence, exactly, Darksteel. All right. Well, it looks like chat is in favor of summary judgment. So Grendel Thorpe is the name of our character, Tari, and we just have to figure out
Grendel Thorpe.
Grendel Thorpe, and it's not EL, it's Grendle Thorpe. Grendel Thorpe. Grendle Thorpe. And we have to figure out, of course, what their stats are. So, Echo.
Wait. First of all, so that I can start drawing. So what is the genre of this book again? Like, I know it's fantasy, but like,
I would say
what is our character?
It looks like just a general hero. It looks like dark fantasy though. I would say dark fantasy. We have to go on to this island. It says you're a warrior. So we're basically a warrior in a dark fantasy world. And we have to go to this Isle of Despair to rescue a wizard. And it looks like there's dragons in here and things like that. So it's more traditional fantasy, but with a little bit of a darker edge, I think. Yes, so Echo, assuming, because I think you said you were up for the dice here, I would like you, please, first of all, for our, let's go with skill. All right, for skill, now this is always a really important one. I would like you to roll 1d6, please, just by itself, and then we're going to add 6 to it for our skill number. All right, so our skill is 10. That is serviceable. Okay, next we have stamina. It did get 0 votes. That's why, yeah, I mean, because Triffid told you, Triffid was understandably, trying to push for something, so... Oh, no. I also liked your name, to be clear, Prince Justin. I liked your name. In truth, if you had not voted for that one, it would also have gotten a single vote with every other choice that wasn't Grendelsthorpe. Grendelsthorpe was the winner. It was like going to win over everything, it seems like. Okay, for this one, roll 2 dice, please, to shout despair every time the Island of Despair is mentioned. Absolutely. So roll 2 dice, and then we're going to add 12 to that number for our stamina, Echo. Let's see how much health we've got.
What kind of weapon do we have? Does it say?
I do not know yet. The bad guy seems to have a scimitar, but I don't know what we have yet, but I will know shortly. 7. Okay, so we have a 19 stamina. That's okay. That's, I think, slightly above average, I believe. Okay. And now we have luck. So for this one, we're going to roll 1d6, and we're going to add 6 to that number, please, Echo. Okay, so we have 10 luck. I love it. Great. Okay.
It is silly. I have never done a knight for these games before. Like
really?
In full regalia.
Wow.
So I guess we are fixing that now.
All right, good timing. That makes sense to me. So we'll find magic items.
I know why I never did that, because then I have to draw armor. Oh no.
Well, the time has come for armor. Right, because you're always trying to strip down our characters so you can draw them with, that happens all the time.
Listen, it's just a shortcut. That way I can draw faster if I don't have to draw the clothes.
I'm sure that's the reason. I believe you completely. Okay. We have provisions. We have enough provisions for 10 meals. That's actually pretty good. In before we never get another meal in the entire book. Okay, so we have 7, 8, 9, 10. That one we don't need any more of that. We have 10 provisions. And now we'll talk about, let's see, equipment. We have a sword, a shield, and we're dressed in leather armor.
No, we are not. We are not dressed in leather armor.
We are dressed in leather armor, a sword, and a shield. That's what it tells us. And a backpack. Oh, and we also have a lantern.
Leather armor is bullshit.
It says it right here.
Well, I mean, there has been leather armor in certain parts of the world historically. Not the parts people usually think of when they write about leather armor, and also it doesn't look like people think it looks. So
yeah, that's fair enough, actually. Okay, save. Right, let me save this in the spot where it goes. Nope, wrong place. There we go. There's this. Fighting Fantasy Game Books. Okay, and then we are going to save this under Stealer of Souls, not sold, souls, March 18th, 2025. Right. Okay, great. All right, chat, we are ready to go. Here we go with Grendelsthorpe. We hold the lantern with our third arm. No, we hold the lantern with our awesomeness. No, I'm just kidding. No, we put it on a belt loop, probably.
Oh, what about music, by the way?
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Good question. Good point. Okay, let's see.
Dark fantasy, huh?
Dark fantasy, like Dark Island music, maybe.
Dark Island music.
Dark Island.
Well, like the first thing that came to mind was like Legacy of Kain, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's maybe a little too dark. I was thinking about maybe like the Thief OST, or we could do...
We already did Thief.
We did.
What about... We had, the one where we played as a thief.
I got one. Oh God, what's the Dark Messiah Might and Magic?
Ooh, very good.
Also known as the Kicking Simulator.
The Kicking Simulator.
Abomination.
I never actually played it. I vaguely remember seeing the trailers back in the day.
It is a very fun game. It's a little janky, but very fun. Okay, I'm gonna put the link in Zoom chat.
Zoom.
Nice. Okay, here we go. How about some music of despair? Okay, right. Venestin of Palawa, a mage. You don't know him, but he has requested your presence, and his messengers were gracious. They had even made all the arrangements. Coach fares paid, money for meals, and indulgences along the way. Whatever it is that he wants, he knows how to treat a valiant warrior. And now that you are with him, you can see from his beautiful home that he is a man of means and surely of power and influence. After greeting you, he has breathed simply one word to begin his proposition to you: a name. His origins may be unknown, but his is a name whispered in secret places, and it has come to your ears before: Mordreneth. Dark mage, a man of guile and cunning, one who has mastery of arcane secrets shunned by good magicians, a dealer in death and destruction who smiles as he slays. The elves have spoken of him with fear, and you have drunk Skullbuster, that fearsome brew, with a grizzled dwarf veteran who slapped you on the back with the only arm he had left after an encounter with Mordreneth. Oh, great. You weren't certain what to expect from the man who uttered his name simply to test your reaction, but you weren't expecting this. You keep your reactions to yourself as he gazes at you. You take the time to study him. Venestin is a powerful man, tall and strong, lean and still young. Not what you might have expected in a wizard. You sit in his sumptuous chamber overlooking the harbor in Palua, sipping his fine wine. You raise your eyebrows at the name but say nothing. Venestin looks hard at you and then proceeds with his story. You've heard of him, of course. A servant of evil and chaos, a mage of no mean skill, and possessed of a fiendish cunning. To defeat his purpose, we need your skill and courage. If you will accept the task I offer. Now he stops pacing the room, sits down, and his voice has a keener edge to it. 2 weeks ago, agents of Mordreneth kidnapped a wizard here, Alsander, who was occupied in magical research into Mordreneth's schemings. I last saw Alsander a few days before he disappeared, and he was excited and worried then. He warned me that Mordreneth was using magical energies to draw power in some way from the realms of the dead, and he urged me to consult with him again when he had had a little more time to study the problem. Alas, when I called upon him, he was gone, with all his notes. But by magical scrying, we have found where Alsander is, and he is still alive. Your task is not as desperate as you may have thought when I spoke Mordreneth's name. We do not require you to slay him. We need you to bring Alsander back to us. He pauses to offer you more wine, and he sees that you are a little disappointed. What a scalp Mordreneth's would be to boast about. Venestin is quick to counter that. If you can rescue Alsander, you may gain the knowledge and power to overcome Mordreneth himself. I can't think of anyone more capable to undertake it. You smile at his flattery. Interested? He hardly needs your nod. Mordreneth has tried to fool us, but for once his ruse has failed. From our spies we know that the Evil One is in Alancia, but we've also discovered that Alsander is imprisoned elsewhere. Mordreneth expects us to come for him in the belief that he has Alsander with him. Well, we won't disappoint him. A ship has already sailed for Alancia with warriors and mages aboard. Just a diversion, of course, although we've made sure that his spies have heard of it as a serious mission. But you, my friend, will be making for the real quarry, to throw the Ring of Doom into Mount Doom. No. Mordreneth has hidden Alsander on the Isle of Despair, a small island just off the eastern coast of the Island of Scars. Deep within the iron crypts he has hidden them. Why he has not slain him I do not know, but this I do know. We need desperately to find out what Alsander had discovered, and we must get him back alive. And you are the warrior to do it, Grendelthorpe. One brave hero can penetrate defenses secretly and silently, where a group would raise too many alarms and thereby fail. And a wizard would be useless there. No magic works within the iron crypts save that which Mordreneth himself uses. No, it is a brave and fearless warrior we need. A small ship, the Petrel, is waiting. Will you accept this quest? If you don't, then my magic will ensure that you will remember nothing of what I have said when you leave. I cannot afford any idle gossip, but he is smiling, for he has seen your hand move to your scabbard at the prospect of the adventure. A smile misplaced when you behead the bastard. No, just kidding. Gold and glory, my friend. I can promise you both in abundance. Let us drink to it, but not too much. The tide will be favorable in but a few hours. Aw, yeah. Ooh, I got a really good opening illustration here. Although, the greater illustration will be Tari's, obviously. Fair weather and a good easterly breeze have sped you along your way. You should reach the Isle of Despair in but a day or two. Gareth, the ship's captain, has been well paid, and you had no problems arranging for him to pick you up after you've completed your quest. But now, dark clouds are gathering, and a gale is picking up. The captain gives orders for battening down the hatches and prepares to run before the wind. The first heavy drops of rain splatter down on the wooden deck. As you prepare to go below, a cry goes up from a crewman, and your gaze follows his pointing finger. All right, let me see if I have... There's a picture. There's an illustration here, so let me see if... How we're looking at with those. Stealer of Souls. Fantasy. All right. Give me those images. Give me those images. Where are the images? Okay, let's see. Do I have it? A lot of these later ones do not have a lot of illustrations available, which is why it's a good thing that we have a badass artist right here to help us. But yeah. All right. So then I'm going to give this to you, chat, in full screen mode first, and then we'll come back to it. This is what you see. Boop, boop, boop. Caw. That's what you see. Caw. Caw. Staring into your soul, chat.
Birdie.
Staring into your soul. Your soul, the claw is coming right at you. Ah. Ah. All right. So, you see a huge black bird with a wingspan of yards. Did you hear about the nobleman's third son, the one who really was only kept around if something happened to both the first and second? All he felt was the spare. Yeah, let's go. It's Fifi's ugly and malevolent aunt. Nice, Echo. Good one. I love it, Prince Justin.
She's beautiful, okay?
She really is.
Really nice.
A huge black bird with a wingspan of yards and outstretched talons is plummeting down from the leaden sky straight towards you. Do you wish to flee or stay and fight the menace? $ vote space 1 means we flee. $ vote space 2 means we fight. Also, the other cat has appeared.
Kitty kitty.
And the other cat is generally there in the afternoons, and the orange cat shows up at night. So it will be interesting to see what happens here. Yep. Yep.
I would like to make a request as far as the name of our character is concerned.
Okay.
Let's make him Sir Grendelsthorpe.
Sir Grendelsthorpe.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because I decided he is a Knigget.
Sir Grendelsthorpe, a Knigget. Okay. All right. Okay, so are we going to fight or flee? Flee is $ vote space 1. Fight is $ vote space 2. We already know G is spoiling for a fight. All right, as you can see, chat, my cats are now with each other. This is always how it begins. They start by grooming each other, and the next thing, it's a battle. And as you can see, the battle has begun. They're battling by throwing themselves into Greyhawk. Hey, you two do not destroy Greyhawk, okay? On top of the cat tree, if you knock over my Greyhawk map, I will not be happy.
Aww, peace.
Yeah, until one of them...
What are they doing?
Well, they are play fighting. They start by grooming each other, and then they start battling. You can hear it.
Meep!
That's what Ganesh is like, you're not supposed to be here right now. Because Sherbert shows up in the evening. And Sherbert's like, yo, I want to stay on this thing. And Ganesh is like, get out of here. Also, they're best friends. Oh, he's driven Sherbert away. Oh,
Oh,
they're down
no.
here. Now they're battling again. The battle continues. Okay, in case anyone's curious, they are very much best friends. By a mile. Okay. The Floness had it coming. That's true, Geister. The true ghosts of Saltmarsh, extra-dimensional cats. That would be terrifying, a battle of cats. All right. Okay, so I'm going to give last call here. Last call as they battle this what looks like a rock.
Do you smell what the rock is cooking?
Smell what the rock is cooking.
Ooh, speaking of wrestling.
Oh.
So
okay.
I do actually watch Raw and SmackDown every week.
This does
and
not
because
surprise
they're
me.
Currently Well, because like they started live streaming via Netflix now.
Okay.
So I can just watch. And don't have to like go jump through a bunch of hoops. But like because they're currently touring Europe, that means they are actually streaming at reasonable times. So I can actually watch the live streams now, not like the VOD the next day.
Very nice, very
which
nice.
is nice. So yeah.
That's cool. Yep, my wrestling watching was back in the day with we talked about this, the OG Iron Sheik and Alexander Volkov and all the 80s. They used to stream it on USA Network, which was one of the cable ones that I got. Well, Sherbert has been driven out, and now Ganesh stands triumphant on top of the cat tree. But Ganesh is like, no, this will not stand. He's decided he's still going to battle Sherbert. Sherbert has shown that he's ready by lying on his back with his tummy exposed. That's how much he's really freaked out by this fight. Hey, don't be biting my grade book. Okay, my students would not be happy. Well, maybe they would be, actually. Okay. Right. Okay, so it's tied 2-2, chat. We need someone to break this tie so we can decide if we're going to... Should we stay or should we go? So, $ vote space 1 to flee. $ vote space 2 to fly. Get your votes in now. USA up all night. Yeah. Oh, man. Back in the day, Triffid. USA had some good programming at the time. It was like one of 4 channels that we got on our cable. It was like, the tip like CBS, ABC, NBC, and then USA. And then later on, Fox, God help us. Okay. All right, going once, going twice. Well, Darksteel, just be aware that flying is $ vote space 1. So are you sure? $ vote space 2 is a vote for fighting. Is that cool? Are you cool with that? Just making sure. You cool with that? Is that fine, Darksteel? Yes? Yes, you can do it. Yeah. Oh, did I? I think I meant 2 to fly. 1 to flee, 2 to fight. I may have sounded like I said. I don't think I said fly, but maybe I did. Anyway, the vote is clearly in favor of fighting regardless. So, let's do this. You were in combat with a giant storm bird. You must fight it alone since the sailors are too far away. What? And can't get to aid you through the rain and gale and lashing waves which spill onto the deck. All right. The giant storm bird. All right. Skill 8. Stamina 12. It's a good amount of stamina, but not impossible. All right. So we have got coming from you, Echo, 2d6 plus 10. And I'm going to be rolling 2d6 plus 8. So we start out with a 12. Good way to start. Need a 2 to tie, a 3 to beat. I was just thinking that, Darksteel. Like, what is this, a cruise ship? Did I say fly? Oh, my gosh, that's funny. Oh, 2d6 plus 10. 2d6 plus 10. That is our skill. 17. Nice. Okay, so we hit him. Outstanding. Second roll, he rolls a 17. So 17. So again, second round. Second verse, same as the first. $14. So that means we got hit. All right, next round is a 16. Giant storm bird. Oh, yeah, an 18. All right. Down we go to 8. Okay. Okay, he rolls a 16 again, the giant storm bird. Grendelthorpe looks like someone who won't be concerned about a giant storm bird. That's my feeling. All right. Oh, no, he rolls a 20. The giant storm bird heard my arrogance and was like, craw! That one really stuck in my craw. So it's a 20. So we're going to need a 20 to tie. A 14. That is not enough. All right. More humility. This time he rolls a 13. The storm bird is overconfident. He heard all my talking about Johnny Thunderbird and Red Storm, and he's like, I'm inspired. Okay, 20.
I'm inspired.
Inspired. Yeah, exactly. Okay, he rolls a 13. Keep it up. Keep it up. Doop-a-ba-doop-boop. Beep-bow. Doop-a-da-ba-dee-bow. Boom-bow. Ba-doop-bop-be-be-doop-boop-bow.
We are doing horribly anachronistic armor. This is fine. This
Yeah,
is
no, you
just
have
a
to roll. You have to roll again,
fantasy.
Echo, because I got that one, and then we have to roll one more time because I just rolled a 13 again. Because I always roll first, and then you roll last, which has been the order so far.
I will be the. Wait,
No, I know
how
it
did the
says
total
20.
Go again?
I counted the 20 already. I counted that. I dropped him down by 2. So now I rolled a 13 for the next round, and then you go up next. You're always the last one to appear. Echo is my point. 15. Very nice. Very nice. Sorry, what were you asking, Tari?
Oh, just I was gonna quote Baldur's Gate 1. Like, I will be the last, and you will go first.
Oh, yeah.
And then he kills a guy.
The one that I really remember from, that's right. The one I remember, though, from just during the game is the voice that does the, you got this coming, which is one of the voices. Oh, man, because I played so much of that game. Okay, 14. So one last roll, hopefully, Echo, to take this guy down. And as a note, by the way, provisions will restore, I believe, 4 stamina points. And we can eat whenever we wish to, as long as it's not in combat. But we can only eat 1 meal at a time. So we'll have to keep that in mind. I don't know that we need to do that right now, but just sort of letting us know for the future. Okay, we have defeated the Stormbird. Did you turn your back and try to flee before fighting the Stormbird? We sure did not. So, if you made no attempt to run away, certainly we didn't. Captain Gareth and his men congratulate you on your bravery. You may take provisions from the ship's galley in order to recover any stamina points you may have lost in your combat with the Stormbird. Nice. So we don't even have to use our provisions. Well done, Gareth says, but this encounter troubles me. It's very rare to see such a bird in these latitudes. Perhaps someone already knows of your coming and has attracted such a creature by magic. This is not a good thought on which to settle down to sleep, but you get a good night's rest, and in the early morning you feel refreshed and ready to set out for the Isle of Despair. All right, Darksteel. I said the Isle of Despair, and the music went. It's very very Sinbad,
Very nice.
Sinbad and the Seven Sailors thing. One of the sailors gives you a small jar of ointment. He explains that on the Isle of Despair there may be insects which bite and spread disease, and this will help repel them. He commends you on your bravery and says he hopes your gift will help you. You thank him and collect your gear for the adventure to come. Thanks, bro. Small jar of ointment. Okay. On this foggy morning, you make out the Isle of Despair, a short distance away to starboard. Captain Gareth explains that there is no natural harbor here and you must make your own way from now on. The crew lower a rowing boat into the water, and taking all your equipment and provisions, you lower yourself into the boat and row for the shore as the petrel glides slowly away into the gloom. The Grendelsthorpe Taridru looks like he could eat more than 1 meal at a time. Listen, he's just sturdy. All right, Darksteel?
Yep.
He's just sturdy. If someone tries to push him, he says no. That's the way that works. Okay, you are nearly ashore when a huge pair of gray pincers trailing green and purple strands of seaweed rise from the shallow water and snap at your oar. The streaked...
It's really some Sinbad shit.
Yeah, I know, right? The streaked gray shell, beady eyes, and hooked jaws of a giant skull crab emerge after them. Will you fight the creature, throw some food at it, or try to row to shore quickly and get away? So, should we fight the creature, throw some food at it, or try to row to shore quickly and get away? Question mark. All right, what's it going to be, chat? Seen how much a medieval armor has? The person's like 4 layers of thick stuff. Exactly. $ vote space 1 is fight the creature. $ vote space 2 is throw some food at it. $ vote space 3 is Daniel, row your boat ashore. Hallelujah.
Ah. Yeah.
Doom ba da boom ba da boom ba da doom boom boom ba da boom ba da ba da boom.
As far as arms designs go, this is very atypical for me. However, if I'm gonna have to draw these over and over and over again, I'm gonna keep them simple.
Okay. I love it. So is it just green and white, or are we looking at another color?
Yeah, it's just green and white because it is Grendel-thorpe, right? So green.
Mm-hmm.
And Thorpe apparently is an old-timey word for village, so I implied some roofs there.
Ooh, look at you. Green
this
village.
This is what we call canting. Canting, yes, that.
Spoken like someone who should be in demand for heraldry. I'm just saying, you know. If we kill the crab, can we turn into more provisions? I mean, I think you'd have to get through the shell first. I don't think that's good eats, to be honest. The little points are all the houses in the village, all 3. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Agreed. All right, last call.
There.
$ vote space 1, Sir Grendelthorpe. $ vote space 2.
Man, the myth, the legend.
$ vote space 3. The man, the myth, the legend, Sir Grendelthorpe. It would be funny if he's actually like 4'2" and weighs like 80 pounds soaking wet, but just the armor is, you know. All right, chat, we're tied between throwing some food at it or trying to row to shore quickly and getting away.
Well, I was imagining somebody of Kevin Owens statue to Kevin Owens, but in armor.
I can see that.
It's the Knigget.
The Knigget.
The Knigget.
All right. All right, chat. We need someone to break this tie, throw some food at it, or try to row to shore quickly and get away. We need someone to break this tie.
I'm kind of surprised you know who that is. So, or are you just pretending? Yeah, of course, that guy.
No, I had heard the name before.
Okay.
Which is why. I cannot say I have extensive knowledge, however.
No, that's fine.
I have some, broad-based knowledge. Renaissance knowledge.
Proximate knowledge about a great many things.
Exactly. Yes.
Right, so what are we fighting a skull crab? And we're still on a boat, right?
It's literally a skull crab, although we're about to get away from it, maybe, depending on how this goes. But theoretically, yes. Okay, going once. Going twice.
Skull
and...
crab.
All right. So we're going to row to shore quickly. You row like one possessed and get to the shore outpacing the crab. But this takes a lot of effort, so you must deduct 2 points from your stamina. That's all right. I've had worse.
I should not have looked up reference photos of crabs. I'm so hungry.
Oh my God! Yeah,
that's. These look all so delicious.
You may actually want to do this one, Tari. I'm thinking, because you beach your boat and look around. To the west is a trail leading towards the hilly interior of the island, and to the south there is a tall white cliff which bars your way. Appearing out of the wispy mist to the north looms this.
Wait, I need to look.
It is a huge figure, a giant, almost 16 feet tall, clad in green, and his hair a tangle of something that I can't read. Oh, yes. A tangle of kelp and shells that he wears for decoration. He is muscular and carries a massive club. Hello, human. He booms. Will you... So that's what he looks like. I just thought he looked cool because of the hair. It's like a metal band, when not we're on a highway to hell. Dun dun. I was imagining.
It's not metal.
Well, glam rock. Like so if I said like smoking in the boys' room, glam rock, I guess might be a better way to put it. Okay, so the question is, should we attack him? Should we greet him in return? Or should we run away to the west?
Run away, run away.
It's the aquatic version of the Jolly Green Giant. Okay. Do we attack him? Do we greet him in return? Or do we run away to the west? Okay. I'm going to last call this. Going once. Going twice. All right. We are going to greet him in return. Sorry about Edwina, the sea giant says. She's frisky today. I hope she hasn't hurt you. Good. I guess Edwina is his crab. He looks around at the mist. It's going to rain. Would you care for food and shelter? Should we accept his offer, or should we decline and set off west? $sign vote space 1, we accept the friendly giant's offer. $sign vote space 2, we decline and head off to the west. Dude has a pet giant crab. I respect it. I should mention, by the way, that we were actually on a rowboat when we found the crab. The
Too bad.
I saw the thing. I'm like, that's awesome, but they got off the boat, so not anymore in my headcanon. It was a big boat. It looks awesome already. Okay. That's like you remember I think it was in the Sorcerer one, where there was the one that was like, they were in the cave and you did the scale where he's just like.
The very first book we did, I think.
So awesome, yeah. But it was just, I was like
supposed to be like the size of a bear or something.
Yeah, you were just like, how about Godzilla? Yeah, how about a kaiju? How about that? Like, okay.
Well, the thing is, size does matter. So.
Voting for what? Voting for whether we accept the giant's offer of hospitality, Echo. He basically said, would you care for food and shelter? Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Jar Jar. Abomination. Yeah, I could see that. Okay. All right. Going once. I'm going to last call this. Going once. Going twice. All
Crab
right.
battle.
Here we go. So we are going to accept his offer. You set off north together and soon reach the giant's cave, which is set into a hillside sloping down to the shoreline. You enter and look around. There's some fine fish stew simmering, and he offers you a huge bowl of it. It's capitalized. You eat with relish. The giant looks thoughtful and says, "This is becoming an increasingly evil place. I'm not afraid, for I can look after myself, but you must be on some kind of quest here." You nod, but say nothing, determined to give nothing away. "I don't know if this will help you, but it might mean something," he says, and he retrieves an old scroll which he had carefully hidden under a large pile of shells and conches. You read it. "Singing in the wind is the harbinger of death, and the stealer of souls shall tear terrors from the minds of the damned to make his home." It seems to make little sense to you, nor can you make out all the date inscribed in one corner. The numbers are smudged, and only 3 are legible, 350 in that order. But you thank the giant. He tells you can keep the scroll, add the message scroll to the list of equipment carried, make a note of the date numbers 350. Okay, message, scroll, 350. Okay. Soon it begins to rain heavily, and you stay in the giant's cave for the night. That's true as well, Driven. The next morning is sunny and clear. The giant wishes you well and gives you some salted fish, enough for 3 meals. Add 3 to your provisions. Nice, we got 13 provisions. Let's go. You set off to the west to seek the trail leading inland. I always want to hang out with giants. Because they might be giants. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You set off west along the trail. Misty drizzle begins to fall, and you feel wet, uncomfortable, and miserable. At midday, you must stop and eat a meal. As you take out some food, you find that the damp has seeped through your backpack and some of your food is spoiled. Reduce your provisions by 2. Well, easy come, easy go. We still have 1 more than we started. Provisions by 2. Turn. The trail splits. You can either head north, where you can see hilly terrain and bracken in the distance, or you can continue west along what appears to be a fairly well-used mud track. I'm going to do our first save point here as well. 38. Okay. So, $vote space 1 means we go north towards the hilly terrain and the bracken. $vote space 2 means we continue west along what appears to be a fairly well-used mud track. What say you, chat? $vote space 1 to go north. $vote space 2 to go west.
I think what or like one of the parts that I enjoy most about these streams is how much it like gets me to draw stuff that I would never think to draw by myself.
You know, that blows my mind about your work, Tari, in addition to obviously the overall quality of it, but it's the compositions, you know, like it's really awesome to do it this way, but it wouldn't have occurred to me. Oh yeah, you have the ship bending to the left, or I guess port. You have the crab coming up, like it really is awesome. But you know, if someone's like, "What are you imagining?" I'm like, a crab dealing with a ship, and then it's like, right now, let me turn that into something that's awesome. Like I'm going to move it left and all that. So it's the composition that gets me. Do you have is that just experience of many times doing different things that gives you this idea, or like where do you get an idea for the composition of these? In terms of the angle and stuff.
Canvas size.
Really?
It's about trying to fit everything into the thing, and then like the composition happens by itself, basically.
I see.
And like I have like a thing about wanting to fill all the space.
Okay.
More or less equally. So yeah, it just kind of happens on its own.
So but in terms of like zooming in or not zooming in, or like, you know, pulling back, or like what you include. Because I can imagine you could have done a picture of like, you know, Grendelthorpe on the deck, like close up, just like staring at a claw or something. But in this time, you're like, no, how about massive sea skull crab death guy taking out the boat.
Yeah, because I wanted to draw the crab first of all.
I see. It's about the crab.
Because I like drawing monsters.
That's cool.
Ah,
I got you. That's cool. Yeah.
thank you.
But I just really am always impressed with the composition.
Thank you.
Okay, so it looks like we are heading north. Last call. Going once. Going twice. Huzzah! All right, we are going north. You are instantly destroyed. No. Okay. You trudge on. The light begins to fail. Not far away, you make out a small cave in the hills to the west of the path. It's too dangerous to sleep out in the open, so you approach the cave carefully and move in. It looks empty, so you light your lantern and peer into the gloom. The floor is littered with rocks, but not too wet. Do you want to settle down to sleep immediately, or check under the rocks on the floor first? So $vote space 1 means settle down to sleep immediately. $vote space 2 means check under the rocks on the floor first. What's it going to be? Okay, checking under the rocks. All right. I'm going to last call this right now. It looks like people are like, we want to be careful. You remember that whole sequence in the Hobbit cave, in the Hobbit, where they, the cave in the Misty Mountains, which turns out to be, although quite a fair size, the back door to the Goblin's Lair. So you don't want to be that. That's not what rowing frantically looks like, Tari. No. Tari has decided to wrestle this one to the deck. She's got a giant crab.
Yeah,
and she's like,
wrestle.
it was inversely proportional to her appetite.
Yes, actually.
Oh, no, actually, no, not inversely. Directly proportional, I should say, to her
Directly.
appetite. Tari's having an Obra Dinn moment. Oh, such a good game. Have you ever played Return to the Obra Dinn, Tari?
No, I keep forgetting about playing it.
Great game.
Like every time I
Absolutely
hear
great game.
about it, I'm like, fuck, I meant to play that.
Yeah, you really should. You would. It's a great
Then I
game.
forget again.
It's a great game. It's another winner from a guy who just produces winners. Papers, Please, and yeah, it's great. Okay.
I believe it.
Let's see.
Been trying to play this war of mine today. I'm really, really bad at that game. So.
I think this War of Mine is the one where it's the side scroller, right? Where you're like,
yes.
Yeah, I've played that. That's good.
That sounded incredibly convincing.
No, I liked it. I don't remember a lot of details, but I remember liking the game. You need to always do an accent playing Papers, Please. Oh, man. Hashtag Georgie. My favorite part of that game is Georgie coming back and giving us a passport written in crayon. He's so great. Oh, man. Such a good game. All right. So, as Chad has determined, we are going to check under the rocks on the floor first. Check under the rocks on the floor first. And all you find for your trouble is a large centipede that scuttles out from under a rock and nips you with its poisonous bite. You crush it angrily.
A large centipede, you said.
A large one.
You say. How large are we?
Scuttles it. Yeah, exactly. Destroys the ship. Like this whole thing is like never actually leaving the ship. You just battle massive monster on the ship every time. You crush it angrily under your heel, but you suffer the loss of 2 stamina points. The good news about that, though, is even though we drop down to 6 to 15, it then says you must eat another meal before sleeping or lose 2 stamina points. So we drop to 10 provisions, but because we get 4 stamina points back when we eat, we're back up to full. So we've gotten through a little part of the book. We're back to the number that we started at the very beginning of the book. So it's all good. After you've eaten, you unroll your blanket and try to get some sleep. The wind howls outside, and during the night a storm thunders overhead, but you snatch a few hours of sleep, enough for you to get reasonable rest. Reasonable. Just before midday, you notice that the trail ahead is petering out and the hills are getting very steep indeed. This can't be the right way. Suddenly, a weird croaking voice sounds from your left. Greetings. Have you lost your way? You spin around to see this. See this.
Lizard.
It is a very large gray lizard with a yellow ruff of skin folds around its neck, poking out its head from behind a rocky outcrop at you. Do you wish to attack the lizard? Lizard. Do you wish to stay where you are and say hello or something similar?
I think it's very fitting so far that the giant was green, and also our color is green. So
yep. Oh, definitely. It's all coming up. It's all coming up, Millhouse. I totally agree. Or run away back south. All right, chat. Are we going to attack the lizard? Are we going to stay where you are and say hello or something similar? Or are we going to run away back south? Suck it, warm blood, he says. No, I just made that up. I didn't actually say that. Attack the professor? Excuse you? There'll be no attacking professors on this stream, sir. Never seen Spider-Man animated series or Amazing Spider-Man Reese Ifans. No, actually. I did see... No, I have seen a couple episodes of the original Spider-Man animated series, but not all of them. I have, of course...
The original? Like the really old one?
Yeah, because they had reruns.
One that get memed all the time?
Yep, the one with the Spider-Mans pointing at each other and all that, yep.
Yes.
And with the Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Yeah. It's great stuff. So I did watch a couple of those, but of course I have seen Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse because those are great. Good. Say hello to my lizard friend. Nice, Triffid. That's a good one. Okay. The lizard. All right. Going once, chat. Have I seen the Japanese Spider-Man? I have not. Unless you mean the one that's in Spider-Verse, but assuming that's not what you mean.
No.
The Japanese one? No, I have not.
Like a live-action one, and it's incredibly schlocky.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like some weird Power Rangers
like, I've only seen clips.
Knockoff, almost?
Something in that direction.
Yeah. The original, like on the Electric Company. Oh, my God. I have not. No, there's a name I've not heard for many years. The Electric Company. I used to watch that.
What?
On public television, there was this show for kids called The Electric Company, which came on, I forget if it was before or after Sesame Street, but yeah, it was good. All right, and the winner is Stay Where You Are and Say Hello. The strange talking lizard seems friendly and it wants your help. It tells you that a foul pair of predators, giant stormbirds, are in the habit of stealing its eggs. The lizard can't climb up to the bird's nest to drive them away. It wants you to kill the birds for it, and it promises you a reward, a fine, rosy pink pearl. Will you say you've already killed one stormbird? Will you agree to help the lizard? Or will you refuse to help? All right, chat. You want to say $vote space 1, say we've already killed one stormbird, because we have. $vote space 2, agree to help the lizard. $vote space 3, refuse to help. Good news about those stormbirds. It's the classic, you come across the quest giver, and you're like, Oh, you mean these things that I'm already carrying with me? Oh, I see you've already got them. I love that. Okay. A lot of people looking to flex about the Stormbird. You talking about Stormbirds? That was so this morning, all right? But I get the impression, though, that Grendelsthorpe is not like... Grendelsthorpe is not sort of like cynical or arrogant, right? Grendelsthorpe is just Grendelsthorpe, I feel like. So you've already killed one Stormbird. All right. Going once. Going twice. All right. We have already killed one Stormbird. And it says... Good, says the lizard. So you won't have any trouble with the one that's left, will you? There is no answer to this. Okay. That's true. The nest is just up there to the northeast, says the lizard. And indeed, you can just make it out on top of a rocky outcrop. There doesn't seem to be anyone at home either. Perhaps you can climb up and ambush the birds as they return, so you set off for the nest. You reach the rock face and begin to climb up. It's a tricky, slippery surface, and you curse at the mosses which make it so hard to get good hand and footholds. Roll 2 dice and check the total against your skill. If the total of the 2 dice is less than or equal to your skill, you make it to the nest. All right, Echo, we need you to roll 2 dice, no modifier, just 2d6. And we're looking for a 10 or less. A 7. Outstanding. All right, we made it to the nest. Making it to the streets, making it to the nest. You clamber into the nest. There are 2 eggs here, and you espy gold glinting in the nest as well. But Mother Stormbird is swooping down from the sky. You must fight her. The good news is she's worse than her husband. Giant Stormbird. Skill 7. Stamina 12. All right. So here we go, Echo. I'm going to start with a 16. So this time you're rolling 2d6 plus 10, which is our skill. I rolled a 16. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to take out a bird. A 13. We get hit. Second time, they roll the 13. Here we go. Here we go. Time to defeat the Stormbird. Stormbird. All right, we beat them that time. They're down to 10 stamina. They roll again. Another 13. Stamina. Stamina. Defeat the giant Stormbird. Stamina. Stamina. We've got the giant Stormbird. 18. Very nice. Very nice. It's down to 8 stamina. Okay, I roll another 13. 3 consecutive 13s for our giant Stormbird. Okay, need to defeat the Stormbird again. Rolls a 19. Outstanding. Okay, that time rolls a 14. Slightly different. Unlucky 13, yeah. Rolls a 14 this time. That's what happens when you're a Stormbird. If you're just going to wing it, you know.
Nah.
This combat's turning out to be a little nesty. And, you know, it's just trying to feather its nest. And, you know, it's
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Seems a little chicken. All right. That hits. Okay, this time it rolls an 18. Uh-oh. Is Echo equal to the task? Is Grendelsthorpe equal to the task? He's trying to claw back. Okay, tie. Sting. So, the next roll, back to 13 again. These rolls have been pretty foul.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Time to flip him the bird. Don't doubt my dice rolling skills. Immediately rolls a 2. Okay, this time rolled a 14. Don't beak so smug, Arv. Nice. Well done. You have a real talent for that, Triffid. A 12, yeah, well, that was because of 10 was not your doing. Okay, this time I rolled a 14. Nice, 20. Okay, just one more hit. Oh no, he comes through with a 19. The giant Stormbird, she's trying to prove that she could do it. Double sixes. A 16. We got hit again. This time it rolls a 15. Okay. This time it rolls a 15. And 20. Down goes Frazier. All right. Good, although we're down to 13 out of 19. Let's see. Okay, if you win, we did. You search through the nest and find 3 gold pieces. Aha. Gold. 1, 2, 3. Okay. You clamber safely down from the nest to see what reward the lizard has from you. The lizard looks very pleased when you return. 1,000 thanks. Here are rewards for you. It opens a scaly paw and gives you a splendid rose pearl worth 12 gold pieces. It says to add that to the adventure sheet. And a small silver medallion on a neck chain which has the palm of a hand etched upon it. I'm not sure exactly what this is for, says the lizard, but it's some sort of magical protection against evil. I hope it will be of use to you. You take this and wear it around your neck. Add the silver medallion. Silver medallion. All right, that's good, that's good. To help you on your way, the lizard also gives you a small dose of a potion, which will enable you to run quickly without getting fatigued. Thanking the lizard for his gifts, you quaff the potion and speed away south and then turn west to get back on the right trail. Nice job in that little side quest, chat. All right. We're going to add another save point here as well. 349. I just realized that the music stopped. Let's see. How about... Let's see. How about the Greedfall OST?
I don't know that one.
Yeah, Greedfall it takes place mostly on an island. Oh, no. Actually, I got a different one. Gothic OST.
Ooh, wait, didn't we also do that one?
Have we?
At some point? Yeah, but it would have been at some time.
Maybe Gothic 2 OST?
Just go with Gothic.
Okay.
It's fine.
Gothic OST.
Lasst uns Wildschweine jagen. Was ist eigentlich mit Lester? Er wollte doch Verstärkung holen.
Yes.
Yes, those are quotes from Gothic 3.
Oh, really?
Which is a German game, hence.
Yes.
Yeah, these go like Gothic 3 got memed a lot back in the day.
Yeah, and I was trying to remember, was it Gothic 3 that people say was not the best?
Well, the worst one apparently was 4,
Was
but that was
4?
also a different studio.
That's right.
3 was just a mess, apparently. I only ever played the first one when I was a kid. So,
Yep, same. That was what I played, was the first one too.
Everybody says the second one is the best.
It seems like a premature use of a potion. Yeah, I thought that too, but you know. Okay. You make good progress along the trail, but as the sun begins to set, you see no sign of a safe place to sleep. There are hills to the north and only the continuing trail in the west. To the south, there's a small copse of trees nestling against the rock face. You move up to take a look around. As you warily check the trees, a tiny, thin face with drooping, pointed ears and sharp little black eyes peers round a clump of bushes. "Are you looking for somewhere to sleep?" the tree sprite asks shyly. You nod your head and he races up a tree trunk and fumbles at something out of sight. Then he throws down a rope hammock. "Get up in the trees," he urges. "There might be a wolf about. Or worse." He dances away through the high branches and is gone. You take his advice, clamber up a tree, rig up the hammock, and settle into a sound sleep. Do you have any
Blue
treasure?
clay.
I mean,
We have the necklace.
yeah, and we have like other
Pearl.
things. I mean, yeah, we have money and the whole bit. Okay. Also, chat, should we take one of our provisions? Because right now we're sitting at 13 out of 19. So if we use one provision, we'll go up to 17 out of 19. So what do you think, chat? You could just tell me in chat. Yes, eat the provision. No, don't eat the provision. What do you think? Eat the provision, yes or no? Echo says no. Prince Justin says yes. Darksteel says yes. Imaginary says yes. In before we use 9 provisions in the next one. Oh no. Okay, going once on this, going twice. Looks like we are going to eat it. So that's going to drop us to 9 provisions. We are now up to 17 out of 19 stamina. Okay, Triffid agreed to. Okay. Right. All right. So we do have treasure. You must now test your luck. So that means, Echo, we're just rolling 2d6. We're looking for a 10 or less to see if we are lucky or not. $2d6. Yeah, no modifier, just 2d6. $10. Just lucky. Nice. Okay, so we are lucky. You are awakened by this guy. I'll show you the full screen. You're awakened by... Where did my... Nope, hold on a second. Here we go. You are awakened by this dude. You were awakened by the sprite rummaging through your backpack.
Oh no, who'd have saw that coming? Frabulous day, Kalu Kalay.
Yeah. You were awakened by the sprite rummaging through your backpack. Angrily, you grab him and put a stop to his thievery. He whimpers and begs you to spare his life. He even offers you magic if you will let him go. Do you want to break the little pest's neck? Oh, damn. Or tell him that you might spare his life after all. All right, chat. $ vote space 1, we break the little pest's neck. $ vote space 2, tell him we might spare his life after all.
It's not nice.
You steal the treasure? Snap. Or decide that we can get something else from him by sparing his life. Most people are in agreement that we should spare him, but Echo's like, no, snap his neck. Destroy him. Cast him into the fire. Okay, Echo. All right, last call. Going once. Going twice. All right, the winner is sparing his life. The sprite thanks you for your mercy. In return for sparing his life, he gives you a small pouch with 3 tiny bags of luck powder. Add these to the list of equipment carried. Each of these bags contains a sprinkling of magical dust, which, if shaken on your hands, will restore 1 luck point. All right, well, we should use 1 right now. And that leaves us with 2 more luck powder boasts. It will restore 1 luck point. Shamefacedly, the sprite promises not to disturb you again. You wake next morning fairly refreshed by your sleep and regain 2 stamina points. Hey, we're back up to maximum. And we got 2 doses of luck powder. All right, well, that worked out. 1, and we can use it at any time except in combat. Very cool. All right. See, that's what happens with mercy. We spare his life and all good things happen. You set off on a fine day with the cries of seabirds in your ears. Caw, 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 caw. And before long, you arrive at a crossroads. By the side of the path to the north, there stands a wooden pole with a skull atop it. By the southern path, there is a bloodied fistful of bird's feathers on a pointed stick. There is nothing to mark the path which continues westwards. Should we go north? That is towards the wooden pole with the skull on it. Should we go south? That is toward the bloodied fistful of bird's feathers. Or should we go west, which has no note at all? I know, Darksteel, right? Seriously. Wait, what? Oh, my bad. I made a mistake there. Never mind. I opened the wrong one. Okay. So do we go north towards the skull pole? Do we go south towards the bloodied fistful of bird's feathers on a pointed stick? Or do we go west, which is unmarked? $ vote space 1 for north. $ vote space 2 for south. $ vote space 3. Oh, wait. Sorry. I read that wrong. Hold. I apologize. That was weird. So do we go north towards the skull? West has nothing, no marking at all. And south is a bloodied fistful of bird's feathers on a pointed stick. So $ vote space 1 is go north towards the skull pole. $ vote space 2 is go west, which has no marking at all. And $ vote space 3 is go south towards the bloodied fistful of bird's feathers. What say you all? It looks like it looks like we're talking about Zeus over there, Tari. I love that beard.
Thank you.
Check out that beard. It's like a seaweed beard.
Yes, that was the idea.
Nice. Hey, Caro. All right, we have 2 votes for west and 2 votes for south. Hey, Caro, there has been a good deal in this book so far of successful eating of provisions. So I was thinking about you because for those of you who don't know, Caro on I think it's Blue Sky, not Twitter. Maybe it's Twitter. I don't remember. But posts a lot about great British British cooking shows. So I was thinking about you. Blue Sky these days. Yeah. Okay. Yes, and rightly so. Speaking of which, have you all followed me on Blue Sky? ! ARF Sky to follow me on Blue Sky, where the skies are blue. Okay.
So are the butterflies.
And the butterflies are blue. That's true, actually. It is a good note. All right, last call. Thank you, Prince Justin. Provisions. Yeah, we got a lot of them, too. Going once. Going twice. And. Okay. All right, we are going to go west. Having reached the crossroads on the trail, you set off west along the unmarked path. You are heading into undulating low foothills, and your legs grow tired as you march. There are craggy peaks to the north, and the trail turns northwest towards them. It's late afternoon when you begin to grow hungry, and you must stop and eat a meal. I assume every time we do that, we're dropping 1 provision. But we're full up on health already. The rays of the setting sun bathe the countryside in a warm glow and reflect back from some kind of small building made of gray rock to the west. You could reach it in an hour. You can either make for the building or continue on the trail. All right, chat. $ vote space 1 means we head for the small gray rock building, or $ vote space 2 means we continue on the trail. What say you? Gray rock building or trail? Gray rock building or bite of sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich? Yeah, $ vote space 1 is gray rock building. $ vote space 2 is the trail. Yeah, the hours, the time zone is a thing. Hey, flying enemy, it's been a while. How are you? Yeah, time zones are a thing, Carol. I think Europe. Do we talk about this already, Tari? When do you do the daylight savings thing?
I think in 2 weeks, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's usually a 3-week difference, and you guys switched last week, so.
I think that's right. Last weekend of March. Okay. As always, Europe more sensible than the U.S. What a surprise.
I don't think it really makes a difference. Daylight savings is nonsense anyway.
That's true. If you're gonna daylight savings sucks, but if you're gonna have it, you should not be having it in early March. That's what I'm saying. All right, we have a lot of people that are looking for that Gray Rock building. So I'm going to last call this. $ vote space 1 to head for the Gray Rock building. $ vote space 2 to continue along the trail. Hey, what's up, Lost Rivers? Spare a thought for those of us who try to catch this stream from New Zealand. Oh, man. Totally understand. But the good news, though, Lost Rivers, is you get to live in New Zealand. So there's that. There is that. But yeah, I hear you. Yeah, no kidding. I know, Effect Life. All right. So we are going to head for the Gray Rock building. Struggling across rocky terrain, you arrive at the building just as twilight descends. Excuse me. This is a small, simple structure without windows, but with an open door facing west. It is too gloomy to see what is inside. You will have to enter, for you need safe shelter, so you light a lantern and move in. A groan greets you as you enter. In the gloom, you make out a man chained to a wall on one side of what could be an altar. And he looks like that. He's reaching out. He reaches out a hand to you as you enter and begs your help, mumbling in an unknown tongue. So, chat, should we attack him? Should we approach and help him? Or should we stay where we are and look around? What should we do, chat? Attack him, approach and help him, or stay where we are and look around? $ vote space 1 to attack, $ vote space 2 to approach, $ vote space 3 to stay where we are and look around. I hadn't checked my phone for a little while, and I have an app that tells me when my when the litter robot that the cats use has been used, and it never fails when the cats are like super, running around and playing with each other. I then get, usually within a half hour, the litter robot just had a cycle because clearly they're like super excited. All right, got to go to the bathroom, right? And then it's really funny. Dude might have been chained up for a reason. It's worth looking around the room. Yeah, this whole thing feels a little sketchy to me. I agree.
This is also a little sketchy. Well, hey!
Hey! That's really good. Wow, look at that, Terry. Yeah, the seaweed god. Seaweed beard god. Beardweed.
Beardweed?
My name is Beardweed.
Is that Treebeard's stoner brother? Or
Beardweed. Well, that's uncommonly kind of you and my pet crab. Seabeard.
Mm.
That's his real name, Seabeard. Yeah.
I am like slightly crashing.
I know, I could hear. Do you want to do one more before the end because we're stopping in a half hour, or it's up to you. If you're crashing, you're crashing.
Right. We stop an hour early by my clock. That's right. No, I can do half an hour more. That's fine. I was like, oh god, can I really go for 1.5 more hours? It's like, wait, no.
Just a half hour.
Stopping at 8. Woohoo. I did have a snack before the stream, or at the beginning of the stream, but you know.
But unfortunately, it was a pretzels filled with sedative, and so that was your mistake. Sedative pretzels, delicious.
I don't eat pretzels.
What?
I'm German. I eat Brezeln.
Oh, that's okay. Fair enough. Yes.
You heathen.
I was about to say. I'm like, wait a minute.
Palestine.
What are you talking about? Yeah, exactly. Heretic. Okay, we're
The
gonna.
only thing they're allowed to be filled with is with butter.
That fair. Although peanut butter is good, just in general. But okay.
Brezeln?
Yeah. Well, you know.
Well, I'm also not a fan of peanut butter in general. So.
Okay. Well, that's fair. I really like cashew butter. Actually, is my favorite of that. But okay, we're gonna stay where you are. And look around us. That's I see what you did there. Okay. It almond made sense to me. Okay, that's a little strange. You don't move, but he does. The illusion melts away so that you can see the black-robed dark priest for what he is, but not before a spell of magical cold has wrapped you in numbing blackness. Deduct 6 points from your stamina. What the frick? Jeez. If you're still alive, he moves in to finish you off with his mace. We're battling a dark priest. You are confronted by a dark priest. You must fight for your life against this pitiless enemy in this dark and terrible place. Dark priest. Opening for Megadeth. Dark priest. Okay.
Like tempted to draw Damien Priest now?
Damien Priest. Damien
Yes.
Priest?
A wrestler.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? That name I had not heard of. Okay, here we go,
I
Echo.
think he's relatively new.
Okay, I was going to say, I'm like, wait, who is it? So his name isn't John Cena.
No.
Okay. Right. Okay, Dark Priest.
I mean, I could draw him, but then you wouldn't see anything. So.
Yeah.
Well, hey!
Clever.
Thank you. Original joke.
Can't see him. Does he look like Sam Neill? That's fine. So attacking him would have been the right move, but would have been a psycho thing to do. Right. That would have been the right call and psychotic. So, listen. We'll have a provision afterward if we need to. All right, 21. All right, Echo. Here we go. 2d6 plus 10. If you're still here. You may have actually... No, you're still here. 2d6 plus the power of 10. Compels you. Okay, 17. All right, we lose 2 stamina. All right.
Oh, yeah, so apparently Damien Priest only joined the main WWE roster in 22, so very new. Before that, he was on NXT.
I just realized I made a mistake. I had totally the wrong stamina. So that first one was a tie. So ignore what I just rolled, because that was incorrect. So now that's better. I had him with plus 13, which is ridiculous. Okay, that's better. 16. Sorry, now you can roll, Echo. My bad. Regular butter is enough. Brezen are already salty enough. Did I pronounce that at all right? Brezen?
Brezel.
Brezel. Not even the N, huh? Brezel. Oh, L.
Brezel. Yeah.
Well then, but wait.
Well, off in...
Caro
like
said B-R-E-Z-E-N, though.
Yeah, because that's like Southern.
Oh.
Like the high German quote-unquote name is Brezel. And Brezen is like Southern Germany, where they're from, which is then technically the correct name.
Aha.
But where I'm from, we say Brezel.
Brezel, okay.
Brezel.
17 this time, Echo. Good job on that last roll. 15. Okay. This time I rolled a 19. Uh-oh. Oh, man. This Dark Priest. Dark Priest. Opening for Gummy Bear. Okay, it's time. Okay, this time he rolls a 13. Tari and I from opposite sides of Germany. Completely different culture and language.
Yeah, basically. Well, we could be further apart. Just saying. You know, you could be like I don't know, from like the Bodensee area, Caro, and I could be like from Kiel or something. Like that's about as far apart as it from each other as it gets. But
Nice
yeah,
roll, Echo.
still pretty far.
Former Holy Roman Empire. What a mess. It's true.
Oh
Okay.
yes.
This time I rolled a 20. Man, Dark Priest is being dark and priestly. All right, 20. We need to tie it up here. We need to try to take him down, Echo. Because he rolls first, you roll second. 14. Uh-oh. This time I rolled a 17. It's Breitzel in BW. My mom's from there. 22.
BW is Baden-Württemberg, which is one of the federal states.
Ah, okay.
That's like southwest.
Right on the Czech border, Caro says.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, but wait. Now I'm...
Oh, maybe he was talking about himself. Caro says he's on northern Bavaria.
Yeah.
16 that time, Echo. Sorry, multitasking between that and fighting a Dark Priest. Dark Priest. Okay, good.
Yeah, it was like, wait, Baden-Württemberg isn't on the Czech border. That's like the opposite side.
Yeah, I think
on the French and Swiss border.
I just rolled a 21. I apologize for double sixes. I apologize for the double sixes. Now we rolled a 7. We 16. We might beat this guy, but we're going to have at least one provision afterwards, chat. So just be aware. 16, tie. Okay, next one he rolls is a 14. German geography lesson while battling a Dark Priest, exactly. 15, all right, that's enough to beat him that time. Okay, this time he rolls a 20. God, my rolls have been too good. Too good. 16. Ugh. Now I rolled a 12. Okay, good. That's better. Oh, God, he rolled double once. Also a 12. All right, well, this time I rolled a 15 for the Dark Priest. 18, there we go. All right, just one more hit on this guy. God, I rolled a 20. What is with my rolls? Ugh. 21, yay! Nice roll, okay. All right, chat, before we go any further, before I turn to the next line, we need to take 2 provisions, I think. Can we eat 1 provision before we switch to the next entry? Can we do that? Please. I'm rolling like a GM. Yeah, probably. Yeah, can we, please? And I would roll. I would eat 1 now and 1 on the next one. I haven't even seen the next one. We can only like eat 1 meal per entry, but I would eat 1 meal now and 1 meal the next one. Yes, is Chad in agreement to this? All right, so we're gonna eat the 2, which leaves us with 6 provisions. It's too bad, but like we can't. You know, that was scary. Breathing heavily, you push away the body of the evil cleric with your foot. As you do so, a pouch he had at his belt spills out 5 gold pieces. All right. As you look around, it dawns upon you how evil this place is. You sense an emanation of evil from the altar, and there are dread wall paintings showing scenes of unspeakable horror. One in particular captures your attention, a black skull with livid red eyes floating in the air above a rocky crevice, gloating over the terrified ghostly forms of spirits of the dead. Oh, lovely. But there's no shelter to be found outside, so you will have to sleep here. You look around and discover a trap door beneath the carpet in front of the altar. You pull the Dark Priest's body over it to stop anything getting in, then settle down to sleep. Now you must test your luck. All right, Echo. So you're going to roll 2d6, no modifier. We're looking for a 10 or less here. And then if we use up our luck, we can use our luck powder to get that luck point back. Rolled a 10. That's the second time you did that on a test, but that works. Okay, you are lucky. Do you have a silver medallion? We sure do, because we helped that lizard. In your sleep, you have a peculiar dream, which you recall vividly when you wake up. In the dream, you are standing before a stone statue of a man. As you look at it, wisps of smoke pour from its mouth and form a skeletal shape which strikes at you with yellowed claws. But a pure white light shines from the medallion around your neck, and you realize the thing is merely an illusion. One blow from your sword destroys it, and it is but a harmless small cloud of smoke. You know this is a good omen. Regain 1 luck point. Okay. When you set off again the next morning, you can either head east to the trail and then set off northwest again, or open the trap door and see what is below. So, do we head back to the trail, or do we open the trap door and see what is below? To see what's there below. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba. And I laugh at myself while the tears roll down.
I don't recognize that song.
Really? You don't know the, and I walk upon high, and I step to the edge to see my world below. It's The World I Know by Collective Soul.
Nope, that does not ring a bell.
The famous band that also did the song do 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 yep do 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 whoa, haven't let your light shine down. You don't know that either?
Oh, that one I recognize.
Yeah, that's the same band. Collective Soul. World I Know is actually a good song, but I can't take the singer seriously. Like his like, if you listen to any live versions, he's like, it's the world I know. Like he does this weird, like, mannered delivery that's just strange. Oh, someone needs to take over for Echo. Is there anyone that could take over for Echo with the dice rolling? Oh, you didn't know who the song was by? Yeah, Collective Soul. The other song they did was I think it's November. Don't worry about, don't think about, turn your head now, baby, just spit me out. Don't worry about. I don't remember if that's called November or December, but thank you, Caro. All right, vote still happening, chat. We're going to be playing another 20 minutes or so. $ vote space 1 is head back to the trail. $ vote space 2 means we open the trap door and see what is below. Do, 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 do. And I laugh at myself. Okay. What is the point of even being here if we don't investigate mysterious trapdoors? Exactly. I mean, that's I agree. I know. It's called trapdoor for a reason. Listen, Imaginary, what could go wrong in this mysterious gray rock hut? I mean, what, you know. Our name is not Chicken Thorpe or Grendel Coward or fake hero Knigget.
Ain't nobody calls me a chicken.
All right, so we are going to open the trapdoor and see what is below by the will of chat. All right, let us see. Using your lantern, you descend the steeply cut stone stairs to the winding limestone passages below. These twist and turn, and you seem to spend hours traveling with only faint sounds of dripping water for company. You must stop to eat a meal during your travels or deduct 2 points from your stamina. That uses up a provision, but the good news is it does get our stamina back up to 17. Next, you must test your luck. Now, I forgot that our luck went back up to 10 after we defeated the dream thing. So you must test your luck. So Caro, this is just rolling 2 6-sided dice, no modifier. We're looking for 10 or below. 9, outstanding. That's what I like to see. Now, well, okay, you know what? We won't use it now. When we need to test our luck next time, though, remember we can use our luck powder to restore that back to 10. At last, your patient travels are rewarded. You turn a corner, and some 50 yards away, you see a pair of iron-railinged gates set into limestone walls. You have reached your first goal, the entrance to the Iron Crypt. Let's go. We found the Iron Crypt, people. That's what we're looking at.
Crypt people?
Oh, yeah, crypt people. Crypto people. No, not really.
No, God, no.
Yeah, absolutely not. Okay. You may have found the entrance to the crypt, but the iron bars are a definite physical obstacle to further progress. You can try to bend them by sheer strength if you wish, or wait, keeping out of sight to see if anything comes along. All right, chat. $ vote space 1 means we will try to bend the bars through our strength. Raw. $ vote space 2 means we wait, keeping out of sight to see if anything comes along. Yeah, that's pretty good. We found ourselves, I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, obviously, we would find the, evil lair inside the evil hut guarded by a dark priest.
Obviously.
And it makes perfect sense. The dark priest is opening for the evil lair. Evil lair with special guest dark priest. Opening for Mordreneth. And then you just hear a Mordreneth.
Yeah.
Tickets on sale Sunday. What kind of character are we playing? We are playing a knight whose name is Sir Grendelthorpe, Caro. He is a powerful knight, as you will see. Tari is currently seeing him battling the Dark Priest, as you can see. But that is who he is. He is our first ever knight, or as we have occasionally called him, Knigget. Going on a bender through the bars was option 1. Not exactly. No, $ vote space 1 means we're going to try to bend the bars with our strength. $ vote space 2 means we're just going to wait. I couldn't find my keys for a while, but they were being guarded by a dark priest, whose first name is Judas. Judas Priest.
I heard he's not very lawful, is he?
I see what you did there.
Thank you.
Minister Priest. Reverend Priest. Does he normally try to bend solid iron using only his hands? Listen, Flying Enemy, this is your chat decides. Maybe chat has decided that he bends bars with his bare hands, Maybe that's a chat thing.
Yes, regular human hands, not bare hands. Well, hey!
Oh, does that mean that... Hold on a second. I'm going to make sure it looks like my car might be ready.
Your car? It's a bit random.
Hold on, I'm going to mute the mic just here.
You have not muted the mic. Oh, okay. I see. So I can hear what's going on, but apparently chat can't. Interesting. Oh, this is very distracting. It is kind of weird, guys, that I have never drawn like a knight type character before for these games. Like, before that, I come up with a drag queen character before I will come up with a knight, despite what I do for a living. So, and no, I'm not a knight for a living, but I do draw knight adjacent stuff. So, click it. Well, because it's like just a really cool way to describe things. But yeah, that's like actually what I do. I do knight adjacent stuff. Well, I have drawn armor before. That's right. Yeah, but wait, have I? None of our main characters, at least not like in real, like actual proper armor that would actually protect you from shit. Well, I guess. Oh God, what was her name? From Star Strider, I think. God, that's been so long ago. Like their our main character, she was wearing like a sci-fi space armor kind of deal, and like sometimes they will like get like shoulder plates or something along those lines. But like proper armor, I don't think I have done. Oh, I guess one of our characters had a helmet. Had like a Viking style helmet. And by Viking style, I mean like historical Viking, not horned helmets Viking.
Sorry, chat. Bear with me. Just calling to confirm something about my car. I shall be right back. Let Tari regale you in the meantime.
It should be illegal how efficient this like drawing technique is for doing chainmail, because like chainmail is one of the most annoying things to draw. Wait, I'm gonna demonstrate. So like the way I'm doing it now is basically if this would be a chain shirt. Yes, very, very well drawn. That I'm basically just doing stripes like this. And then I'm doing like half circles, but like in what is that called? Opposite directions. And that works surprisingly well for like making something read as chainmail, which I don't think I've used that technique before. Like currently I'm like kind of like I'm a bit inspired by one of my colleagues, Fritzian, who is also a heraldic artist, and absolutely fucking brilliant work that he does. And he's been like putting out these like really retro looking high fantasy drawings lately on the side, which like look like old Prince Valiant comic book stuff, like that era. So yeah, a bit inspired by that currently. So yeah, this you get it. You get the idea. A cozy sweater, yeah. I mean that is a thing in like costume design, right? Because like that would like make fake chainmail out of like really like like roughly knit, rough knit basically, and then like spray painted silver. You see that in, for example, now, what was the English name? Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Sorry about that.
Kokosnuss. Hi.
Hello. Thank you for entertaining the crew.
Yeah, I've been explaining chainmail.
Oh, really? Okay.
Not the role-playing system, like the tabletop gaming
Yes.
system. No, I was explaining
Actual chainmail.
The armor. Yes.
Yes.
I never played chainmail, so like the game, so wouldn't be able to tell people stuff about it.
That's right. Okay, so yeah, sorry, I was just finding out. Yeah, my the car that my mother-in-law usually drives had a flat tire this morning, and the tires are due to be replaced anyway. But the wheel lock that they use to keep from stealing tires, we couldn't find the wheel lock thing. I have no idea. I haven't driven that car for a while. So when we brought it in, we had to get new wheel locks. They were just calling to let me know that they had found a wheel lock that we could probably use instead. And I was like, rather than just buy a bunch of new ones, I'm like, okay. And also they were replacing the tires. So I had to call to do that because we need the car back this afternoon. So,
but Gregory, it's already evening.
I know. Noon by Eastern Standard or Daylight Saving Time standards. Okay, so it looks like chat has decided.
It doesn't make sense. You are west of me.
I know. How is that possible? It's true. East and west, so to speak. Okay, so we have decided by chat to keep out of sight to see if anything comes along. Okay. After a few minutes, you hear the sound of footsteps coming down the passage from beyond the railinged gates. Taking a careful peek, you observe a goblin who is standing idly by them on the other side. You can either keep still and do nothing, or you may try making some slight noise while staying out of sight to see what happens. All right, chat, $vote space 1 means we keep still and do nothing. $vote space 2 means we try making some slight noise while staying out of sight. $vote space 1, do nothing. $vote space 2, try making some slight noise while staying out of sight. What's it going to be? Look at the Dark Priest ready to give a high five to Sir Grendelthorpe.
A high 10.
That's right. Up top, down low, too slow. He's like, the sword pierces him. I feel like Sir Grendelthorpe probably doesn't have a whole lot of sense of humor. Like, there's a lot of have at thee, probably. The knight just scored a touchdown. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's see. All right. So it looks like we have 3 votes for keeping still and doing nothing. Last call, last call.
Ooh, yeah, I'm starting to feel my hand too. So after this one, that's it for the night.
Okay. Okay. Going once. Going twice. Sold. All right, we're going to wait. Either keep still and do nothing. After a cursory look around, the goblin departs. You wait for an hour, then another, then a third, but nothing happens. You really should have tried to lure the goblin out. Now you will have to make your way out of the catacombs and back overland to the main trail leading north. And during this time, you must eat 2 meals. Wah, wah. Good job, chat.
Yeah, chat. What were you thinking, chat?
Oh, man. You make good progress, but eventually it grows dark, and you know there will be no moonlight to guide you, so you must stop and rest. The best shelter you can find is a rock overhang, so you bivouac there. Love that word. After collecting a few dry twigs and the like to spread around your resting place in order to give you warning of any approaching marauder in the night. Mulligan, that one? Nothing disturbs you, but you manage no more than a fitful doze. Still feeling rather weary, you arise at dawn as the first rays of sunshine stretch across the pale blue cloudless sky to greet you, and you set off along the trail once more. Turn to 339. A mulligan, they say. I would, but as it turns out, you're going to end up back in the crypts anyway. It'll just cost us 2 extra provisions, it looks like. You head along the trail towards the higher peaks. You soon see that the trail leads to an entrance into the hillside rather than continuing into the mountains themselves. Moving closer, you can distinguish the motif of a skull set into the hillside above the entrance, crafted from iron plaques and spikes. This is obviously the way in, I guess the other way in, to the dreaded Iron Crypts. Excitement runs through your body as you move as silently as you can towards the entrance, sword readied. Edging forward, you observe a passage leading down. There is a faint light from some luminous plants growing on the wet limestone walls, and your eyes soon get used to this, so you don't need to use your lantern. Cautiously, you move along the winding tunnel, and soon you come to a crude wooden door blocking your way. You try the handle carefully and find you can open it with ease. Sword in hand, you enter the room beyond. A dirty, cluttered room, crudely furnished and with doors leading in several directions, greets your eyes, but you have no time to take in all the details. There are 2 goblins here, and they leap up to attack you. In the doorway, you can fight them one at a time. All right, so we have and this will be our last fight of the day. We have the first goblin, who has a skill of 5, okay, and a stamina of 5. All right, we ought to be able to handle that, I hope. And a second goblin with a skill of 5 and a stamina of 6. All right, Caro. So if you would please, I'm going to roll first. I start out with a 12. We need you to roll 2d6 plus our skill, which is 10. So 2d6 plus 10, please. You decided not to call out the goblins, so now you had to leave, and now you have to fight 2 goblins. That's how that goes. That's how that works. So, yes, so roll 2d6, please, in the chat, $ or whatever it is. I think you already did the roll. There you go. 16. That will work. That will work. Okay, down to 3. Second roll, he rolls an 11. So you need to roll a -1 on 2 dice to tie. But go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll again. Okay, just to clear the die roll. 12. Wow. We really tried to throw that round, but we were successful in winning it. And then he rolls a 10. So we just need to roll over a 0. So go ahead and roll again for that guy. 14. All right. Now we fight the second slightly tougher goblin. Same skill, 12. Okay. He's got a 12. This time he rolls a 15. Lovely, lovely. All right. The next one, he rolls a 9. So you just need to roll a -1 to tie. 16. Okay. And last but certainly not least, a 16. He did his best. He threw himself all into this attack. $19. Yay. All right. That was not a difficult fight. I would have been disappointed if we had somehow lost. Okay. A quick search through the room and the goblin bodies reveals nothing of interest or value save for a pair of bone dice they were playing with. If you wish to take these, add them to the list of equipment carried. All right, so we have a set of bone dice. All right. And as we look around the room, there are 3 other doors in this worked stone chamber, and all of them appear to be easy to open. All right, so we are going to save it there, chat, at number 300. So far, up until that last kind of snafu that we had, wipes the blade on the goblin loincloth. Very good work, Carol. Other than that one business, we did fairly well, I would say, with this so far. I'm a little nervous about our lack of provisions, but skill is still at 10, stamina is full, luck is 9 out of 10, and we have 2 doses of luck powder, so if we need it, we can restore 2 of those points if we have to. We've got 8 gold, and we've made it into the Iron Crypts, albeit, not the easy way, but that's fine. We did the thing. So we are now officially inside the Iron Crypts, where we must find the wizard Alsander. So we will see what happens after that occurs. And what perfect timing, because we have finished, and I believe Tari is just about finished as well.
Yes.
Lovely. All right, so shall we review what we did today?
So this was a warm-up.
Which way?
I
like how ridiculous the crest, right? Not the crest, the helmet. The on top of the helmet it is defined as the crest on top of the helmet, right?
The thing on top of the helmet is a crest.
It's also a crest, but a different crest.
Go on top.
Well, no, it was because of the whole crest versus crest.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
But no, this is a crest.
Also a crest. Okay, awesome.
On top of the helmet is not also, that is the crest.
Is the crest for that? Okay.
Yes.
But they call the whole image a crest too, don't they?
Well, those people are factually incorrect.
I see. Okay. I'm glad I got it right then. Okay, so crest. Right, okay.
Yes.
Lovely.
The whole thing is a coat of arms or a heraldic achievement or just arms or just achievement or whatever. You can call it an emblem.
An
if you want
emblem?
to.
Emblem. I love it.
An emblem.
And Fifi, of course.
And Fifi, yes.
Good stuff, good stuff.
shield.
Okay, that was the warm-up.
Yes. Then.
Good call,
yeah,
Trevor,
our
thanks.
character design.
Yeah,
Sir
Sir Grendlethorpe.
Because I need to show the tinctures.
Let's go, Grendlethorpe.
Yes. Then our battle with the crab, which definitely happened on the sailboat and
In
not
the
on a
rowboat. Yeah. Bullshit. Oh, but no, it's an amazing crab though. Like just snapped with the mast. Oh man, I love the Stormbird is probably like, am I a joke to you? You know, like after you actually, that's what you actually fought on the boat, on the big boat.
Oh no. See, we got attacked by the crab while we were on the sailboat, but it snapped off the mast and then it was a rowboat.
I see. I see. A very big rowboat, but still a rowboat.
Still a rowboat. If you row it and it's a boat, it's a rowboat.
It's a very advanced. Yeah, Effect Life says it's a very advanced rowboat. So like that's probably true. Good stuff. I love it.
Then we encountered the giant.
Seabeard.
Seabeard.
Yay! I love Seabeard. I like that the giant is sort of like you, like you know, and the giant's like, yeah, that's all good. Jeez, that like the club, man. Look at the scale. It's good stuff.
Thank you. Then we fought the Dark Priest.
Dark Priest.
We can tell it's a Dark Priest because he wears black.
That's true.
Which thus implies that most priests are in fact Dark Priests, at least in like a lot of specific denominations where they do in fact wear black all the time.
And he's setting up the American football goal that Grendlethorpe can like plunge his sword between to score 3 points.
Yes, sure.
Like, that's how that works.
So that's today.
That was good. Good stuff today, Tari. It was great.
Thank you.
And it felt like this book felt much less of a slog, didn't it? I felt like the book was
very much
moving at a much better pace.
Very fast pacing. Yeah.
So
and
that
also
was
like varied encounters.
Yes.
I liked the little side quest bit that they had in there with the lizard.
Yeah, which actually helped us out when we stayed in the place because we were able to get, absolutely. So
But yeah, like it helps a lot for the pacing.
Although I will say that if we find any other Stormbirds, they're probably going to be mad at us because we've killed 2 of them already. So or maybe they're frightened of us. Maybe they'll be terrified, you know.
Maybe.
We're like the Stormbird Scourge. But this was great, Tari. Where will the lovely folks find you next time?
They will find me, I guess next month, in April. Over here. Then at the regular times for everybody outside the U.S. or America. I don't know what time zones the rest of the Americas does. Besides that, people can find me on Tumblr and on Blue Sky. And on Kara at TariToons, respectively.
Very, very good stuff all the way around.
If you like what I drew here tonight, there are still some art books available with all the artwork from, previously that I've done for the channel up to summer.
Yeah. And I have such a book, which is an honor to get, and you should 100% do that, chat, because it supports Tari, but also it's amazing art, and you should get it. And it will remind you if you if you haven't been in all of our Gamebook sessions, you'll be like, "What's this?" And then you'll like want to go back and check out the VOD and be like, "Oh, this was awesome," because you can find that under the Fighting Fantasy Gamebook playthroughs. It'll be a good keepsake. A coffee table style thing. You know, people come in, they're like, "What's this?" You're like, "Well, let me tell you." So definitely do that. And
also, it's 100% handmade, like at home on my printer, then hand bound.
Literally, so, no, absolutely. So
I bled for this. The blood is not included, but yes, I did bleed for this.
How many do you have left? Do you think, Tari?
I'm not sure. I would need to look it up. A few. And I would like to get rid of them.
Yeah, well, seriously, I agree. So chat, get rid of them. Go buy those things.
They are on my shop. There is a command to get my shop show up in chat. I don't know what the...
I believe it's...
Tari's shop, is that it?
I believe it's got... No. Maybe we put it on there. Tari... There it is. At the bottom of that, you'll find TariToons.gumroad.com. So, but otherwise, you'll see Tari not only for our continuation of this book next month, but you'll also see her for Beowulf as we return to dealing with a tiny dwarf and now returning the orb that we got and all that kind of good stuff.
Yes,
So.
being given quests by literally God.
Yep.
So that's fun.
That's fun. God quests. You've heard of side quests,
Yes.
now they're God quests.
Yes.
Thank you, Tari. Great stuff as always, and enjoy getting a bit of rest. And I'll be speaking to you soon.
Yes. Bye. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Tari. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Yes, Hillness, you have, although not completely. Can we get some love for TariToons, by the way, everybody in chat? Because we are going to do our final, the final vote right now for the Patreon Field Chat Shows Game of the Month, which I'll be playing next Tuesday. So get your votes in now. Right here. Great stuff as always. Thank you to Tari for that. And again, the 3 games that we've got choosing from for next week is Far, Lone Sails, Little Big Adventure 2, and Nobody Wants to Die. And right now, Nobody Wants to Die is in the lead with 5 votes. Far, Lone Sails, 3 votes. Little Big Adventure 2, 1 vote. Nobody Wants to Die is 6 votes out front. All right, so we're looking at Nobody Wants to Die is, I guess, Nobody Wants to Die. Can't blame you. I don't, particularly feel like it myself. So I'm with you on all of that front. So yes, good stuff. It sounds like a James Bond thing too. Nobody wants to die. Burm, burm, burm. James Bond. Okay. All right. So we're going to be closing that down in just a second. While we do, I will mention that that's going to be it for me on this channel for today, but not overall. I'm going to be over on GogCom's Twitch channel in about 50 minutes, 50. I will be playing more of Neverwinter Nights, Doom of Icewind Dale. Really had a good time with that. Tomorrow night, we have got the Community D&D with the Shadow Crew as they continue to play Waterdeep Dragon Heist, which is going to be a good time. And then on Thursday night, I will be back on this channel myself with more Expeditions Rome. So it's going to be cool, and that is going to be the deal with that. Otherwise, if you haven't done so already, please follow the channel. Please check out our YouTube with !ArvTube, and thank you for those of you who are watching over on YouTube today. Please do subscribe to me over on YouTube. It is free for you to do that. We are trying to push towards 1,100 followers, 1,100 subscribers. We're so close. We are literally at a new record. Every new subscriber is a new record. I think we're less than 10 away now from 1,100. So please do subscribe over there. It's free for you to do that on YouTube, but it really does help us out and help the algorithm. So please do that. !ArvCord is the Discord channel where you can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Twitter, !Arv tweets. Please follow me there until that hell site collapses, at which point, !ArvSky. Blue Sky is where I'm trying to get most people to go. And please follow me over there. Website for this, arvanellarun.com. And don't forget to check out while you're there, Hearthglow, which is my limited run podcast. Last recorded session coming up a week from Friday. Last session overall will be live from Sacred Heart University in Fairfield County, Connecticut, next month on Friday, April 11th from 4 to 8 p.m. Eastern in the Shine Auditorium. I'll have ticket news about that soon. And you can also check out, don't forget, Gen GMs, which is the GM and DM tip show I do with Zach Clay. Just did our long recording of that last night, actually. So we just dropped a new recording, and that will be dropping in long form and short form, thanks to live suing, over the next week or 2 weeks. Hey, what's up, Dragon? So that is the deal with that. On the, let's see, financial front, !Arv Shop for the merchandise area, !Arv Treon is the Patreon. You can get cool stuff related to the channel, cool stuff related to the work that we do here. You can get cool stuff for yourself and cool stuff for the channel as well. If you subscribe to the channel, get that custom sub badge and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. On the publishing front, !Icarus, graphic novel from Athos Arts, !Library. That's my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library, my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment, and !Greyshade. That is my Greyshade IP, Greyshade Renegade Heretic. Those are the Grey Assassin trilogy available at that link. You can also get the audiobook of Greyshade from our very own Trent Sparks there, and you can pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade coming out for Gen Con this year, August of this year, with that !Greyshade link that's coming out from Alligator Alley, designed by our good friend Brandon O'Brien. Brian. Last but certainly not least, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Exclamation point Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Very important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. I saw that. Thank you, Prince Justin. And exclamation point Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage. And send the message we will do so for others in that situation in the future. And I'm now going to close down that final vote. Nobody Wants to Die with 6 votes. Far Alone Sales with 4 votes. Little Big Adventure 2 with 1 vote. Going once. Again, exclamation point next game. Now's your last chance. Going twice. And Nobody Wants to Die is the winner. So Nobody Wants to Die is what I will be playing next week. Nobody Wants to Die is what I will be playing next week. I think Dragon nominated that originally. So, so I will be looking forward to playing that next week at this same time slot. So that should be a good time. Thanks for all of those who voted there as well. That is going to do it for me. I want to thank my amazing mods, Dragonspear, Hillness, Prince Justin, Triffity Mats. Thank you so much as well to my wonderful Patreon supporters and subscribers, Dragon, Hillness, Prince Justin, Triffity Mats, Effect Life, Imaginary Exponent. And thank you to my wonderful viewers. Oh, cool. Thank you to my wonderful viewers, X-Men, Baron Valor, Darksteel Spork, Darth Sisu, Dr. Hugo. Thank you to Erangol, Jagtrist, Lost Rivers. Thank you to Neck in the Clouds, Nonstop, who is, of course, a sub. And thank you to Saturnius. Thank you, everybody. I will be over at GOGCom's Twitch channel in 45 minutes with more Neverwinter Nights, Doom of Icewind Dale. And then again, remember, tomorrow night, we've got more of D&D with the community crew, with the Shadow Crew, Community D&D, Waterdeep Dragon Heist tomorrow evening. And then on Thursday, we will have more of Expeditions Rome. So that is the deal with that. Thanks, everyone. Much love. And I will see you folks very soon. In fact, I'll see you in 45 minutes at 4 p.m. Eastern over on GOGCom for Pen and Pixels and Neverwinter Nights Doom of Icewind Dale. More Fighting Fantasy Gamebook illustration streams to come next month. That's it. Thanks, everyone. Much love. Everyone be good to each other. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.